Am I? That would be terrible. I don't even know if I'm on yet. No. Are we on? Are we on? Looks like I am. Back. You know, it really does amaze me that I still don't know what I'm doing. Isn't that incredible? It really is incredible. It says I got a bad signal. Hello. Whoa, the light going off though. See that? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Brooklyn, New York. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I like to start the show off with a song. Some of you will know it, some of you will not, but here it goes.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. To all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? So, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop, smoking weed and bamboo,
Sipping on private stock.
Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke?
Da-ha, da-ha.
You never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, King of Free. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know,
Now you know. Hey Danny. Hi Tom and Ruth, Ruth and Tom, Lagaya, Mercury. Hi Cena G. Emily, welcome, thank you.
I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke stuff with my peeps all day.
Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way.
The more weight and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me.
Now they write letters cause they miss me.
I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the fool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And still all good.
Welcome Jeb Jam.
And if you don't know,
Now you know. Hey Mitch. Just arrived home. Nice. Does that sound like Soul Train, Danny? That's Biggie Smalls. I am dancing, Tom. You just can't see it.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green, leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew's lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack, now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right, I like the life I live. Just a bit for negative to positive.
It's all good.
And if you
Now you know. What's going on, guys? Song's almost over. I had ribeye for dinner earlier. Oh, there goes the light. Now you know. Thank you, Mars. Alright, there you go, guys. A song to start the stream. I like it. Get you in the mood, you know? Whatever you're doing. So how's everybody today? I think I said hi to everybody as you came in. Danny, Mitch, Kirk, Serge, Cena, Jeb, Ligaya, Emily, Cena. Yeah, I think I got everywhere. Just arrived home from donating plasma. Mitch Brownwell says, no, Danny, this is not Soul Train. You don't know how long it took me to decide on that song. I played a song. I played We Will Rock You last week, and another song was in the running with it. And the song I didn't pick last week was in the running for tonight, but I, at the last minute, decided to play, since I'm in Brooklyn, play a Brooklyn artist whose music I like. Oh, there it goes again. Hey, somebody pointed out last week that one of my neighbors had Christmas lights on, and I didn't know what you were talking about, but yeah, one of them does in one of their bushes. For some reason, they have Christmas lights strung up. Or maybe it's like that Corona beach. I don't know if you've ever seen those Corona commercials where it says "Find your beach," and it's usually like, you know, they put Christmas lights on it. It'll be a nice place. Hi Mars, thank you for coming. I know it's the middle of the night. Appreciate it. Yeah, so where we been from a week? So I had my stupid meeting on Friday. I figured I'd open up and tell you what happened. If anyone happened to see my upside down attempt at a live stream. First of all, that was supposed to be the full commute. I started it like, you know, a few blocks away from my house. Had the thing up the whole time. Didn't know if I was live or not, because like now when I'm doing this, I have my Chromebook open, so I'm watching, so I can read the comments and everything. But I didn't bring that in the car, because what for? I can't be reading and driving and doing the live stream, so I didn't bring it. And first of all, the whole thing, Streamlabs doesn't tell you that it's upside down. You know, I had no indication. So I tried to restart it. Oh, was I late for the meeting? You know something, Jeb? I got lucky. I think it's because it's the middle of summer and, like, you're not battling, you know, parents getting... Guys, hold on there a second. Good night. Wow. What is up, guys? JayGee, it could be the LED solar strings in the shrub from Harbor Freight. Yeah, maybe, Mitch. Is that lady calling you? Yes, Jeff. Yeah, she was. That was my tenant. So she was afraid to walk past the bugs because, you know, when you have the lights on, the bugs get attracted to it. So she called me to open the door for her. That's what that was. No, Ruth, it wasn't the boss. It was a paying tenant who was afraid of a bug. I'm a good landlord. Wow, talk about your unexpected events occurring. Well, listen, that's really not out of line. If some of you know, I talked about in one of the streams that, you know, one time, you know, and the tenant's upstairs apartment. So one time, I think it was like a Friday or a Saturday, and I got a stand. It was a Friday or a Saturday night, like at 11, and she texted me that she had an emergency up there, and I was home, so I went upstairs, and it was like a creepy crawler crawling on the wall. It wasn't a cockroach or a water bug, it was just a creepy crawler. I don't know how else to call it. And I killed, you know, I killed it and got rid of it. So now this time she was afraid of the bugs because the lights attracted them. But in the big scheme of things, though, she's still a good tenant. She pays on time and is quiet for the most part. Yeah. That was funny. And unexpected. See, that's what a live stream is. Something unexpected happens in it. Yeah, so anyway, getting back to Friday, I was going to stream going in. Ruth says, JayGee, precious person. Yes. Yes. Very precious. That's hilarious. You're her hero. Yeah, Mitch, I am, you know. It's a burden, but we heroes, we just tough it out. That's hilarious. Oh, so I was saying Friday that so I was gonna do the stream driving in. I had the Streamlabs on. First, it wasn't. What wasn't it? It wasn't public. It was like unlisted, so I actually have like an hour and a half of unlisted upside down stream, but I'm not going to put that up because, well, I already have the one upside down, and I think that's enough. It made me dizzy watching it, and I actually tolerated myself, and I watched it. Jeb Jam says, I like on-time rent money. Jeb, I'm a big fan. And really, she's quiet. You know, there's no crazy shit going on up there. You know. Nice person. See, this is a different kind of situation, Jeb Jams, whereas, you know, this is a two-family, and I, you know, it's owner-occupied. I live in it. You know. So that's different than, like I have the rental property in Kansas City. I mean, that's completely different. Like, that can never occur. I'm not there. Let's see, we got Ruth, empty box delivery, sigh. Oh, the pizza? Yeah, it's on the way. So what happened with the trip? Upside down camera. Yeah, so I was just, I was driving, I had it on. First of all, I didn't have it. Yeah. Oh, Chi Taurus, hello, welcome. You just missed fun. Hi, Mona Aberon. Gemma, Toby, hello. Sorry I missed some of you guys. I'm not ignoring, I'm just distracted. Shooting Star. Welcome, Shooting Star. I stood on my head and watched you drive. Interesting. Thanks, Mitch. That would work, either standing on your head or, you know, with enough alcohol, then it looks straight to you, the video. yeah, so I had the thing on. I didn't know, and I was actually I was like trying to do like funny things, and that's all in the parts I'm not going to put out. That was unlisted, but that was. I was so disappointed when I got and looked to see, and I saw the video and I saw it was upside down. I was like, aren't I past this yet? Haven't I been doing this long enough where my video doesn't come out upside down or sideways? And I can't even 100% blame Streamlab either, because I took, I did a video that'll be coming out of a hot dog cart in New York City, and it was sideways. And that had nothing to do with Streamlab. I recorded onto my phone, and that was sideways. But Kevin Nash told me an app to fix it, and I fixed it. So you'll see that, and it's not sideways like it was. Everyone's saying hello to each other, nice. We're all one big happy family. Yeah, so I did the... You know, so I had all of that. I was disappointed in myself, but life goes on. Then I made the hot dog video, and then after I realized that it was upside down, on the ride home I took like a 2.5 minute video driving down the West Side Highway. I may or may not put that up. It's just 2.5 minutes. But the hot dog cart video is pretty good. But yeah, that was my Friday morning commute. I don't know how I made it, because at the time I left at like... it was late. It was like 8:40, I'm going to say. I left at 8:30, and the meeting started at 10. But like I said, there was no... Since there's no buses and kids getting shuttled to school, there was a lot less traffic, and I was able... It might have even been some kind of a holiday, I don't know. They have a lot of holidays here in New York that I don't know of. You know, it's like different religion holidays. And that makes it less traffic on the road, so you're actually able to get around. Yeah, I found parking, because like really where they have these meetings, they have them about once a quarter, is, I mean, it's directly in Times Square, basically. West 47th Street. I did see, actually, when I was over there, I was driving down the block and I saw my favorite restaurant in Manhattan anyway. So guys, if you're ever in New York City and you love food, which I'm pretty sure, seeing the names there, yeah, we all love food. There's a Brazilian barbecue place, West 47th Street in Manhattan, Churrascaria Plataforma. And if you love meat, man, it's Brazilian barbecue, and they come over to your table with the meat on a skewer, and they slice the meat right onto your plate. It is amazing. I hear they have a great salad bar too, but you wouldn't find me going near that. Now when I have a choice of 40 different rotating meats going around the tables. Yeah, Kevin, man, you if you get to New York City, well, I'm sure they have them in Detroit as well. Brazilian barbecue. Look for a Brazilian barbecue kind of joint. They slice the meat right onto your plate. Oh, and they have coasters, and you keep the coasters. One side's red, one side's green. You know, and if you have it on green, they just keep bringing you the meats until you're completely full and completely gouged yourself. Do that, serve normal food, JayGee? What normal food? I mean, if you want sirloin, you know, I mean, every kind of meat, tenderloin, everything. They just bring it right over to your table on the skewer, slice it right on there. They give you little tongs so you can catch the meat. Some of my favorite things though there is like the Brazilian sausage is incredible, but they even have like turkey wrapped in bacon. Just one after the other. Every kind of meat you can think of. Now it's pricey, I will say that. If I'm not mistaken, and I totally could be mistaken, I think it's like $70 a person, and it's just all you can eat and all the finest foods. Oh, by the way, that don't include drinks. Drinks are extra. I go there once or twice a year, though. Make it a point. Mitch for the 5th time. Tom saying hello. Bruce, I'm good. I just finished my breakfast. All is good. Ah, Tom, you just had your breakfast. Lovely, lovely. Did you have I don't know breakfast? Just eat. We have a Mongolian place, Kevin says. Yeah, I don't know. I never had Mongolian. It's more, you know, Spanish-y, Brazilian. Mitch says he loves Brazilian buffets. They are all over Florida. Yeah, but it's not technically a buffet. They have the buffet salad bar, but the meats are like literally catered as they go around to eat in them. Oh, so yes, I saw that place. That was nice. I think Emily was asking. Emily and Son was interrogating everybody in her chat on the show before me. Emily and Son, thanks for leading up to my show. That was a good interrogation. Everyone felt worked over, but everybody was afraid to take the test. Yeah, so I had to sit through that meeting, and I mean, it amazes me, you know, like it's all like a pecking order in corporate America. Like when it was like lunchtime, like we can't even go out. They just have it brought in. You can't order anything because they actually have chefs on site. So whenever I would step out to use the CR, well, basically just find an excuse to get out of the conference room for a few minutes, I would see food coming out of the kitchen that they had there, and I'm seeing steaks and mashed potatoes and all this deliciousness coming out of there. So I was thinking, this is going to be pretty good for lunch. At least I'll get a decent lunch out of it. And it turns out it was just it was some I don't know stuff. It was like sandwiches with like just mozzarella and tomato as a sandwich, and then there was something that I couldn't identify whether or not it was tuna or chicken salad stuffed in some kind of crappy looking bread. And I told my boss, I'm like, you know, you could have just ordered a few pies. She's like, oh, we're not allowed to do that in this building. I was like, oh, okay. And the building is awesome. They have security. You have to go up there, give your ID, they take a picture, and they hand you a card so you can come in and out of the building. And I looked at my picture on the card. It's not even me. It's a different guy. Cena says, JayGee, we have to review before the exams. That's right. I need, if I'm going to pass Emily and Son's quiz from her live stream earlier, I'm going to have to study. That's just the way I am. Plus, you need 80% to pass. So if you get 70, you fail. You got to retake the course. Get cross-examined. Corporate, I know they bring it in, and you get in trouble. Hurry up, like we are going to meet quick, but you do eat good. Did they serve any green cheese? No, I didn't see any green cheese, thank goodness. Not that I would have ate it anyway. I basically starved through that. Or they have, you know, like those generic heroes, you know, and they cut it up like stupidly instead of just like a normal size. They make them like little slithers, I guess, so you don't feel like you're eating too much. But most of the stuff I had to pick out of there. I mean, they had hot peppers and mustard mixed with ham and Swiss with salami and all, and greens I couldn't identify on the bread. So I'm like picking it off because they put those forks, those toothpicks through them. So I was picking everything out that I didn't like, and it didn't leave much left in the bun when that was over. We have to Mercury. Where's Mercury? I'm afraid to go to the refrigerator. I think I hear Emily's voice when I open it. Yeah. Yeah, that was. I gotta tell you, Emily, that was original. I haven't been to any streams actually that interrogate the chatters. You know, sometimes people just want to come in, relax, and listen. Not you. You're not allowing that. you know, but I got through the meeting, and my big idea was that I was going to tell him, since it was Friday, that that I couldn't go, because I knew, ooh, the light went off again. I think there's a delay. I'm seeing it, and then you're seeing it. But, so I figured, all right, I'll just tell her, if we're going to dinner from the office meeting, at 5:30, I'll just be like, listen, I'm going away for the weekend or something. Tell her something. And but then she surprised everybody, and she ended the meeting at 4 and took us over to the Irish bar at like 4:15, 4:20. And, it's bar food. The burger was actually terrible that I had. The last time I went that we had it, I ordered a steak, expensive steak. I did it on purpose too. I think it was the most expensive steak. That was the last time. I think it was the most expensive steak they had on the menu. I think it was $28.50. Hey, company's paying for it, right? And drinks. But that's the thing. You can't drink around bosses and coworkers. That never ends well for anyone. No, I gained a lot of weight, a lot of time traveling because of corporate card. Yeah, well, like me, I don't really use it for lunch that much, but gas and stuff like that. Well, sometimes lunch. It's good. I get to take one of my quote-unquote partners to lunch. But I mean, they're limited, and if you do it a lot, they'll bust your chops. To me, it ain't even worth it. So yeah, we went to a place called, what was it? O'Connelly's Irish pub, and they were having the Black Sabbath band, thankfully, after we left. But I was like I made sure 2 other people left with me because I didn't want to be the first one. As it was, I didn't get home until quarter to 8 Friday night, just from a work thing. And the thing about the work thing is that it's all the same shit that we just talked about the last time. Well, now it's a little bit different, because they were talking to us about that the company is ceasing to exist June 2020 because the 2 partners want to break up. The company's undergoing a divorce. I'm a child in a messy divorce right now. And they're saying to us, oh, don't worry, the 2 companies will want you. We don't know when. We can't give you any advice on if you'll have a job or which company you'll have a job for, but just go about your business as everything is normal. And I'm listening to the people. Kevin Nash, I just looked. We have 4 Brazilian restaurants by me. I had, ooh, there goes the lights again. Man, people getting tickets tonight. I think this is the most on the stream that I had. I must have seen it go off 4 times already. One was looking good, but people say it's expensive. Steaks and grilled skewered stuff I see in the pics. Yeah, that's probably it. A rodizio restaurant refers to Brazilian-style steakhouse restaurant. Customers pay a fixed price, and waiters bring samples of food to each customer several times throughout the meal. Well, not just several times. If you leave that thing on green, like I do for quite a while, they just keep bringing it. Meat just keeps coming and coming. Yeah, then red for stop or green for more. Yeah, mine stays on green the whole time. Yeah, Mitch, I was hoping for that too. Mitch mentions hopefully you'll get a buyout. No, I don't see that happening. This isn't really like a buyout situation. What this is the 2 companies splitting up. So supposedly, we'll have jobs at one or the other company. Or they won't make an offer to you at all, and then you'll have no job. But there'll be no buyout. It'll just be either go to that company, or you don't have work anymore. That's what it's going to be. Little lightning. We had some storms here west of you. Yeah, it could have been. But I think it's from that. I think it's from that ticket camera out there. But we might have had a little lightning earlier. I thought it got like really dark really early, and I thought it was gonna storm like crazy, and it was just like a few drops, and it was over. So I don't know. You know, so we talked about that a lot in the meeting. I'm really not worried about it. It'll be whatever it'll be. It'll be. I just find it funny though how they say, "Oh, don't worry about it," and just everything's the same. Oh, and don't worry about your partners. They understand. They're all asking me, "What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?" I'm like, don't worry about it. I don't know. I don't run into a lot of people that just don't want to work no more. I'm done. I checked out mentally. I want to do things that I like to do, like landlording and traveling. That's all I want to do. That's enough. Chitara says, host, I'll just stay here counting the flashing light. The yacht is moving. Can't concentrate. Oh, is your yacht leaving? Is it departing? That's nice. A yacht. Have I ever been on a yacht? No, I don't think I have. I don't, you know, renting boats and stuff like that, but I don't think an actual yacht. That's okay. I don't fish. Although I do want to take snorkeling classes. Not snorkeling classes, the other one, scuba. Did I enter it? I wasn't late. Yeah, as long as JayGee don't stop flashing, I'll be happy. You're safe, Mark. You're safe. I don't want to blind everybody. You can see it on the news now. Man flashes 16 people. Mass suicide. Are you alright? We had limit, but my boss would use my card, then say I will approve it so many times. He would say, Tom, hand me a card, I will approve. Yeah, that's... I'm cutting down talking like you, Tom. I can't talk with a southern accent. It's not really me. Cena G says, that's a good platform there, friend. Do whatever you're gonna do. Have fun. Mitch says, I caught Landhawk 59 at 4:30 a.m. and his budget for 5 people in restaurant was around $1,200 for room, board, food, and utilities, and car insurance. For 5 people in restaurant was around $1,200. What, Mitch? That's yeah, he's in the Philippines. 1,200. Wow. I don't know how he does that. I can't. So I got, you know, the one person in life that you can never bullshit, or you should never bullshit, is yourself. I know when I go over there, I'm gonna have to have Western amenities in my life, which will bring up the cost. I cannot have a shower with a bucket and a ladle. Can't do it. Which is fine. I mean, if people can do it, do it. You have to know yourself. That's myself. I can't do that. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm the guy, if my electric goes out for 3 hours, I bitch and moan about it. So you gotta, the bottom line is you gotta know yourself. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm debating bringing something up, but it's depressing, and I don't think I really want to bring it up. It's just something, you know, with our family history and this particular day. Come on, guys, give me a topic starter, please. Let me tell you, I need something to talk about. This is a hot day. Hello, Jazzy Daisy. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, Mark King. Oh, hi, Mark. Thanks for joining the program. Use the bucket, Jeb Jam says. I can't use the bucket, Jeb Jam. I can't do it. I can't do the thought of it, so the actual act would have to be out of the question, wouldn't you say? Yeah, no, that's not lightning. That's that camera going off. Just saw it again. You better learn to love brownouts. I will not put up with brownouts, Danny. Hence why I need a higher budget. You know, I need like Airbnbs that have backup, so when those brownouts occur, it's taken care of. Or like if I'm gonna go there, oh, that's a story I'll tell you. So today, I decided to work from home. So I basically didn't leave the house. I have my work computer up, my work phone, you know, doing that stuff, making my calls. And of course you get distracted. I don't usually like to work from home, but I have the ability to do it when I want to. So I got my American Express bill today, and it said, you know, you have, I think I have like 82,000 rewards points on American Express. So just for shits and giggles, I went online. I never used it. I never used any of my reward points or whatever it is ever. So I saw that Amex had, like, if you do travel through them, you know, and your points, so you could pay for like things with your points. Jeb Jam, who timed out Ruth? Ruth is timed out. It's like being on Survival. Take the challenge. You might like it. Yeah, maybe, Jeb, but I don't see it right now for myself. Thanks. How are you, Sir Bruce? Okay, just catching up with you guys. I'm bad at it. I miss people. I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them, because right now I'm standing. But so anyway, I went on the American Express website, and it said explore your rewards, you know, what you could do with them. So they have things connected to flights. So I was looking, you know, like I said, just for shits and giggles. Nothing is booked. But I was looking at going around to the Philippines around Thanksgiving time. Like maybe get there the week before Thanksgiving and then leave like after the first week in December. Whatever, like 2.5 weeks works out to. That's what I have for vacation. So, you know, and you put in, you know, I put in JFK to Manila, fine. So I did that, and I found, well, I think it was actually like the flight that I took the last time. It was Cathay Pacific. And, you know, you do from JFK, I'll tell you, but JFK to Hong Kong to the Philippines. That was the trip that I took the first time I went there, which was okay. I got through it. And pretty much like when I got back home to the U.S., I had found out that Philippine Airlines had just started a direct flight from JFK to Manila. And I was like, oh, you know, next time I'll do that, I'll just take that, because it's like 15 hours. You know, with the Canay, the connecting flights and everything, that's 20. That's their fastest, 20. And I did that the first time, and that was very stressful, because we got delayed leaving JFK. Then we made it to Hong Kong, and I just had enough time to grab my stuff and make it over to the connecting flight, the puddle jumper, you know, the little plane, to go over to the Philippines. So, I mean, but that is basically what was available to me on the American Express travel site. So I saw round-trip tickets were, what were they? $760 US dollars. But they would take 76,000 of my points, and I wouldn't even have to pay for it. So I'm thinking about doing that. You know, hey, I have all those reward points that, you know, why let them go to waste? I just don't want to do the 2-plane thing. That's the thing that bugs me. I'll have 5 more, well, yeah, it's 20 and it's 15 if you do the direct flight. If you do the connection, it's 20 hours. I'll have 5 more hours in the Philippines. And I won't have the stress of a connecting flight. What am I missing, JayGee? Get a monogram taboo bucket for the CR. Monogram. Yeah, that's what I need, Merc. Mitch. Just checking up on what I missed. I time myself out, Merc. Ruth, I do that all the time. Time myself out on these different channels. Points expired? No, Kevin, they're not. These are forever. No, I could actually do it. Gamatobi saying hello. There you go, fishing. Synergy, Synergy says, do you have friends in PI? A couple. I consider friends anyway. I figure we can shower outside in town on Route Yard and eat rice and dried fish to save some cash. Not for me, Kevin. JayGee BK points rock. We flew 4 people for the price of 1.5. Jeb Jam Ross says, MK, hello MK. Welcome to the program. Got MK, Shooting Star Bruce. Hey, is anyone going on after me tonight? I don't even know. If we have an appointment in another city, we'll try to do a boat tour after. We can get to see a few islands. Merc, you going there tomorrow? An appointment in another city. No worries. Yeah, so I didn't book the trip. I mean, I don't know. I think that's good. Or I could just, but Philippines Airlines apparently doesn't have any connection with American Express. Although I might be able to use, but it wouldn't be like the full thing. I think there's another way they said where you can apply points, but since it's not like a partner, then you know, it won't be like I could just get the whole flight for free. So I'm debating on that. After doing the first trip there with the connecting flight, the direct flight sounds so good to me. And if you don't know, now you know. Who is you gonna visit, JayGee? I can if you want, JayGee. No, Bruce, it's not if I want, it's if you guys want it. Anyone is welcome to go on after. It's up to y'all. So that's what I have to decide with that. I have to do something because I have that 2.5 weeks, and like I said, if I don't use it, I lose it, and I'm not losing vacation time in a year when the company is ending. That would be really stupid not to take advantage of it. So I fully expect to. I just have to figure out the particulars. Yeah, wow, that thing keeps going off. They're getting a lot of business tonight, these camera people. Yeah, that's the thing about those cameras too. It's not the city itself. They contract a third-party company. and they have it like zoomed right in on your license plate, and they just send you the ticket. I wonder what they do when the buses fly by. Wow, that thing is going off like crazy tonight. I mean, other than these streams, I don't pay attention to it other than like when I'm coming in or out of the house. I guess people are in a rush to get home tonight. It's 9:15 and they want to go home. So I got to figure out both when to go. See, really December's not a good month for me. Well, it may not matter because I'm not going to have that job anyway. Yeah, I gotta put more thought into it. Enough thought has not been put into the process yet. You should go, have fun, forget about work and enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. 200 per Flash City gets. I don't think it's that much. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Actually, in some places they do, Kevin. Like when they put these things, they put them near a lot of schools, the public schools. And the fines are like doubled in school zones. So I think, I'm not 100% sure. I think the ticket is $65. So if you get it over here, it would be $65. But if you got it like near a school, then it would be double. It would be $130. That's how they do here. That's why, man, just living here is great to have a lot of things, but my goodness, it's so expensive. The companies that do that get rich, and yes, they try to bus companies and police department also. Do they? Even the buses? Well, yeah, that's fantastic, because who ends up getting to pay for, like, if buses or even police officers going through there? The taxpayer, right? So I'm paying for it one way or the other, either directly or indirectly. No, they can't possibly give it to emergency vehicles. Buses, maybe. What am I missing? It's about time. I thought it was time out. I guess I say hi to you too, Tom. Mark King saying hello. Yes, Mark, do video on the boat while eating donuts. Yeah, come on, Mark. Don't be a chicken shit. Try it. Do a video. Do one like me. Just point it somewhere else and talk. I had the same amount of miles or more, and someone used my miles to get magazines from 35 to 50 companies, People, Life, and New Yorker, and other garbage. Well, I hope you know that person, Mitch. Do they even print magazines anymore? Nah, I'm kidding. I know they do, but you don't see them everywhere like you used to. Now you actually have to search them out. So I have to figure that out. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm what's the word? Prepared. I like to usually have a bunch of things to go over. I think I covered them. So let's just hang out and talk. They told me in letters I can't go back unless I pay. That's what most people from other country do not understand, what it takes to live here. Wow, there it goes again. Yeah, Mark, you're right. They don't. They don't know. Yes, we make more in the States, but we pay more for everything. Nobody handing you anything free. And whenever you're purchasing, whether it's a product or a service, you're paying a tax on top of a tax. And that's after your salary was already taxed, before it gets into your hands. So yeah, I know some other countries, some people in other countries think that, the grass is greener and everything is better. And we do have things that are better, no question, but everything has a cost. Let's put it that way. And that's why I was even thinking about doing like a cost of living video. And, you know, a lot of us, I enjoy watching them from the Philippines, you know, to see, you know, what their budgets are like. But when I started thinking about doing the video for here, I could do it, but that doesn't mean that, you know, another person's budget would look anything like it. It could be a lot more expensive. It could be a lot cheaper. You know, it's really all how you live. You know, you have a you know, family, and you need 2 and 3 bedrooms, and you're renting. Here in Brooklyn, you can probably get the cheapest one for like 2 or 3 bedroom. I don't know. If you're gonna go to a bad neighborhood, it might be like $1,800, $2,000 US a month in a bad neighborhood. If you go over a 2 or 3 bedroom, it's just up from there. Let's put it that way. You know, the electric's more. Everything is more. Make more, pay more, still have little left. And just like in the Philippines, it's just how you decide to live. What's going on with that? I have a lot of friends on my job who are freaked out, you know, about the changes in the company. And what I found out is that, wow, that thing keeps going off. That a lot of my coworkers are pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. You know, and if they miss a paycheck, you know, it'll like really cause major problems. You know, I try to buffer myself. Buffer. So what I do to buffer is I live below my means, and I save the rest. That's the only way to get ahead. And I don't care if you start with a lot of money or a little money. Whatever you start with, survive on less, save the rest. Truer words have never been spoken. I'm just reading your comments, guys. I thought Mercury bought tickets to come here. You were talking about tomorrow. Wow, it went over my head. Wow, he's not traveling? Try to be more clear. Yeah, can you be more clear for me too, Mark? Lots of flashes. De Blasio. De Blasio's raking in the bucks tonight. For those of you that don't know, De Blasio is the mayor of New York City. He's awful. He's running for president. And I hope he wins so he gets out of here and we can get a different terrible mayor. Giessa Bracoma. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the JayGee BK program. Yeah, here in the States, there are a lot of places that is a lot cheaper to live than it costs than in California and New York, that you do not need a 6-figure income. No, that's 100% true. That's 100% true, Mark. I agree with that totally. I happen to live in one of the more expensive cities in the United States. That's where I grew up. That's where I live. But then again, Mark, for the most part, what I also find, because like you can go like upstate New York, right? And you can get an apartment for $600-700. It's great. It's much lower. But the opportunity to earn money goes down when you go to those places. Harder to get. Like if I moved somewhere else and did my same job, I would make less. I would make a lot less. So there is that trade-off of, you know, where you live to what you can make. But it doesn't even matter, because the point is that whatever you make, then you live less than what you can afford. You know, and that was the thing that I got talking with a lot of my coworkers, is that, you know, they have car loans, they have credit card debt, you know, and the company's coming to an end, and you know they have high rents because they live in the fancy places. And I don't have any of that. I don't live in a fancy place. I live in a middle income neighborhood. I don't have a car payment. I don't have a credit card payment. It's good. I get to save. Wolfen came. Oh, here it goes again. Wow, we're getting a lot of people. City's raking it in. Ken Unger, hello, welcome. Welcome to JayGee BK program and Wolfen 4966. How are you, Ken? Diesa Bacoma. You know, Mitch, I think I hit that wall that you hit with YouTube. I remember when you got to, I don't know if it was 400 or 350, and then we were in the same chat together, probably Tom and Ruth, and you had said that you were taking a break for a while from the YouTube. And I hear you, it gets exhausting. It really does. I'm at the point now where I almost feel like, you know, the more subscribers I gain, the more hours I have to sit there. And currently, that's an issue for me. I don't have the time. You know, if I leave this job and I'm doing something else, you know, like retirement, that's pretty much the only thing, you know, that I would be able to do to have the time. But then again, if I go to the Philippines and I'm like living there for like 3 or 4 months at a time, do I really want to be making videos as opposed to enjoying? Let's see, Mark King says all I know is that in the ambulance going by. All I know is that in the Philippines, the women there do seem to treat you better than here in the States. I agree, Mark. I found that too. That is the key. No house payment, no car is the key to living. Absolutely, Tom. That's why, like, people don't believe when Tom gives his budget. Wolfen says, where do you live, JayGee? Brooklyn, New York City. A big thing with Tom's budget is that he doesn't have the rent. He made the upfront investment to get the house and the land, so he doesn't have that payment. That's what saves him a lot of money on his expenses, and that's why he can live on what he lives on. YouTube will wear you out. It will make you sit there for sure, Tom says. It does. I have done the same thing with Facebook. I check it once a week. Mitch, I deleted my Facebook. That's how sick I was of that. Oh, hi, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken. Thank you for joining the program tonight. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hey, JayGee. Mark says, hey, JayGee, they just passed your house. You need to call them back. They missed your house. Yeah. Well, it wasn't the cop, Mark. It was the ambulance. I don't currently need the ambulance. The ambulance. Now the cops, you never know. Nah, I'm a good boy. I don't get in trouble. Yeah, so just live debt free. Don't have any bills, and live below. Like, yeah, like I was saying, a lot of people that are on my quote unquote team at work, like I said, they have all those payments. They have the, you know, the few $1,000 Rolex on their like, you gotta say what's important to you. You know, not only are they like, they're probably leasing. Yeah, a bunch of them were leasing the cars. Leasing is the most expensive form to have a car. It's the worst. And oh, on top of that, that's good. Wow, guys, talk about an entertaining stream. Oh wow, it's like my videos now. Upside down. Do 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 do. Do do do. Da 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 da. This isn't technical problems. This is just a complete disaster. Interesting. Hey guys, did you catch that? It's still shaking. There it goes off again. Wow. Is it gonna fall? Are you sure you do not need them? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, $250 US a week is enough here in the Philippines. Wow, man, they're getting a lot of money from that machine. That's good. I'm just trying to catch up, guy. That picture at the beginning wow, there it goes again. It reminds me of paddle boats on Lake George, New York, Mitch says. Mitch, nice reference. I actually know that place. I was to Lake George a few times. I liked it. It's up in New York Adirondacks. And I went up there a bunch of times in the summer. One of the boats was the Mini Haha. I remember the stupid name of that boat on Lake George. Lake George was nice. You go up there in July, and it'd be like, 80, 85 degrees during the day. But then, because like you're situated in the mountains, it would go to like 65 at night, or even cooler. So you'd be in shorts and t-shirts in the day, and then you would need like a hoodie or a sweatshirt at night in the middle of summer. See, that's what the elevation will do for you. Oh, so what just happened now with that camera is that I'm using the thing that sticks onto like the car window to do this. So I happened to be standing and caught it. Otherwise, that could have been a real disaster. That could have been an unwanted face challenge right there. But I caught it. JayGee, you doing somersault there? Emily says. No somersault. That was the camera falling out of the window. There goes the cops. Hi, JayGee. Wolfen says. Wow, we've had real live events happen on this live stream. I had my tenant need me to open the door so the bugs don't get her, and then the camera fell out just at the right time, and I just happened to be standing there talking into the camera. That's amazing stuff. Danny Stout. Danny Bag of Donut Stout. Mark says, so you say, JayGee. I'm assuming that's I'm a good boy, I don't get in trouble. So you say. Yeah. Nah. Try to leave things alone. Camera is upside down now. Oh, come on, don't say that. I'm looking at it. I have it on my screen, you Nimrod. It's not upside down, Danny. That's not funny. What do you try to play a joke on me or something? Is this funny for you? Wow. It's really getting a lot of people tickets tonight. Live ticket cam. Yeah, that lightning, that's another New Yorker being fleeced. Every single time. That was almost unwanted face challenge. I'm JayGee BK, and I approve this message. JayGee BK, Last of the Mohicans was filmed there at Lake George at the lakefront fort. Yeah, no, that's good. Danny Stout. Oh, it's me. Hello, MK. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Hello. Welcome to the program. Thank everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Now this is where I start to get loopy in the stream. And by loopy, I mean getting tired of talking. I was on Emily's live stream earlier, and she said that it's hard, the streaming. I've been saying it for a while. Ruth, you can tell Ruth gets tired at the towards the end of her streams. It takes a toll. Let's put it that way. Oh, last week. Did you, Wolf? And you thought it was So JayGee, Tom S. If you had all the money in the world, what would you do different? Different? Hi, Doreen's Everyday Life. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I had asked that on your stream the other day. You know, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And the answer for me, Tom, would be I would travel. I wouldn't work and I would just travel. There's still a lot of parts of the world I haven't seen yet. You know, I still want to see all of Southeast Asia, but I also want to do my European tour. See places like Britain, France, Italy, and many others. That's what I would do. I would just travel full time, basically. You know, and I think it would be more like, you know, like plop down, spend a month somewhere. You know, not just the week or something like that. Really get to know a place, a feel for the place. More lights going off. Man, I think we're getting up to double digits with the light going off tonight. Right, guys? You think we had to have more than 10 at this point already. Emily says, I streamed 3 days straight and I got a sore throat now. Yeah. Oh, so last week, because I don't like normally talk that long. So last week I got a call from my father's best friend. All right, my father passed a year and a half ago. My father passed. So this was like his long life best friend. This guy named George. So he calls me, you know, and he's older. You know, his mental capacity, you know, in and out, you know, sometimes really spot on, other times, you know, struggles. But he had me on the phone. I tried to get off the phone with him, you know, make excuses to get off the phone. I couldn't get up. He wouldn't let me off like almost 2 hours. It was like an hour and 50 minutes he had me on. And I was dying. I kept like, well, okay, George, you know, I have to go take care of this. And I just start telling me a story of my father that I never heard. Because they were corrections officers together, so you know they have stories. And those two boys apparently like their alcohol too, running around with guns and badges. Let me see what I'm missing here. Alright, Mercury, she gets tired. Yeah, this. I'm telling you, for anyone who hasn't been on this side of it, it's almost, to me, almost more pleasurable to be on your side, where you're just chatting, talking to people, than it is to be on this side. Guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up to JayGee, Maureen, Michelle, and Ken says. Thank you so much, Maureen. I appreciate that. From what I see, I have 18 thumbs up and 2 down. Only 2 down. JayGee, are at work in Burger King? Roll on the floor. You know, Wolf, and I gotta get you over to my place, because you're always rolling around on the floor, and that would probably be like you would be dusting my floors. And I have 2 cats, so hair gets everywhere, so when you want to roll on the floor, just come on over, roll around. I'll put a big lint sheet. I'll cover your whole body with a lint sheet as you go around. I need a ya-ya. Jeb Jem says I like rum. I like rum on the right occasion as well. Wow, it's going off again. Gosh dang it. I'm fine, a little busy growing my house. From the questions. Danny Stout's very sensitive. Guys, don't forget. 13 flashing light host. Oh, it's up from now, from where I just read it. It's more. There's so many questions this morning, like police. She did, Tom. She was grilling us. We were just sitting there trying to be nice chatters, and Emily would keep asking us questions and directing the question at us. Like, Tom, what food, like, what's the biggest food disaster when you tried to cook something is? And she'd wait for your answer. It was very intimidating. Cena, hello, shooting star. JayGee, are you sure that isn't airline strobe light mounted on the side of your house? I'm sure. The light is bright. Yes, it is, Mitch. We've been seeing it. It's almost like a lightning bolt. That another one. Well, right now, Mitch, the way I have my camera angled, like it's catching part of my awning and making it look even more awesome than normal. But yeah, it's annoying. Wolfen says he'll charge for that service. No problem, Wolfen. Come on over. We need the floors clean. And that ain't cheap. I don't do windows. No, Wolfen. Just focus rolling around on the floor. The floors. I can't clean floors. It's a weakness. That's my kryptonite. I can clean and cook, but I can't do floors. See, that's what we do in my family. You know what my family does? And it took me, because I happened to be the youngest, and what people would do, like especially like say for holidays, and you had to cook. So when the people, like let's say my parents or my brother or my father, didn't want to cook, they would just turn it around and say, "Oh, JayGee, you make it the best. You cook for that one." And that's what we've always done. Whenever we didn't want to cook, we said the other one made it the best, just so we wouldn't have to cook it. Nice little game families play on each other. What is the speed on the street in front of the house? Tom, the speed limit is very low, in my opinion. It's 25 miles per hour on that street. If you go over that, you get the ticket. I thought that car was going to get it. Guess they didn't. Yeah, I think there's a delay between the outside and on the YouTube video. I think I'm seeing it first. That was a Bic lighter. Not to be confused with a cheap lighter. Let's see, Mark King. The only thing that is wrong with that camera is not flashing, but is facing the wrong way. It should really be facing JayGee's house. Yeah, Mark. Facing my house. I'll have weirdos coming to beat me up. They see my address. YouTube, crazy people. I'm back to standing. Cena G says, you must be a good cook. I am a good cook. The bus was doing 45, Jeb Jem says. How do you know that, Jebs? Yeah, because the speeding tickets. Yeah, well, they made it 25. Boom! Again. Wow. This is by far the most that we've ever seen on the stream. I think there was like a stream or two where there was nothing. This one, man, we're working on 20 tickets tonight. You know, it would be cool if I could figure out how to make some money out of that. There goes a cop car. Our flight going to Iloilo International Airport is around 6 p.m. here, so I can do a live stream at tomorrow. That's Wednesday in here after Sir Tom live stream. Okay. Okay, so as everybody knows, Tom and Ruth will be on tomorrow, and MK will go on after. Sounds like a plan. So Bruce, are you gonna go on after me? It's completely optional. If you are, we'll swing the people by. If not, then we'll just call it a night. Not this second, a few more minutes. Okay, no worries. How about chocolate cake? Welcome to the Hotel California. Yeah, that's a good song. If JayGee goes blind in the near future, we know it's the dang camera that caused it. Yeah, exactly. It's affecting my brain. That's good. Yes, Shooting Star says. Okay, guys, so when I'm ending up the stream, we'll head over to Shooting Star. Done and done. The cops put it in the right place for revenue, JayGee. Everyone's trying to get past your house as fast as they can. Yeah, apparently they did put it in the right spot. No, I have noticed a lot of people speeding over here lately. And like, you know, we have corners, so on each corner, I mean, there have been deaths, car accidents on these corners, both going to the right and to the left. People have lost their lives in car accidents over here. But lately, what the trend has been that I noticed is speeding motorcycles. Not even like real motorcycles. I think they're more like regular, like motorbikes. Because, you know, they're not like Harleys and stuff. You know those when you see them. And they go really fast. They just shoot by. Danny, you make me sad, Mercury says. Night, Mitch. Sorry I missed that. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mitch, for coming by. Have a good night. By Maureen. Maureen is leaving? Okay. Got a headache and the rest. See you guys later. Okay, Maureen, feel better. I'm thumb up 11, Kevin Nash says. Thank you, Kevin Nash. You know what I like to do? Put up those... Merc, what are those things called when the cops put them out on the road to give someone a flat tire to stop them? I've seen that in movies. I haven't seen that in real life. Cops are chasing a car in the backwoods. They put a car ahead of them. They throw down the strip, and the people drive over it and flip over 5 times because they got 4 flats at once. That light reminds me of Boss Hogg. Whoa, Boss Hogg. That's a Dukes of Hazzard reference. And I got it. Boss Hogg. Yeah, I wish there was a way I can get some money out of that. In fact, they should pay me for having it in front of my house. Monthly. Like a rent. The city's great that way. When I used to have a tree over to the right, and it was the city's tree. But whenever it, it was dying, and it kept parts of it kept falling, blocking the sidewalk. The city doesn't come and take care of that. I had to do that. I had to go out there soaring. And finally, I told them it was dead anyway. So they finally took it away, and they didn't put one back in front of my house. And I was grateful. But now I got the pole with the picture. That's okay. It's easier maintenance for me. Let's see. Kevin Nash, I like your video, but I didn't comment because I feel dizzy on bus while watching your video. MK likes your laugh, Kevin. Yeah, is that Kevin's video? Mine's the one that makes you upside down. What is this? Stop sticks, spike strips, stop sticks, or dynamite. Yeah, just randomly light off some dynamite in the middle of the street. That would be awesome. That would get a lot of people tuning in, don't you think? Tune in tonight as I throw dynamite into moving cars going down the street. Plant flowers in Brooklyn potholes. There'd be a lot of plants then, Jeb Jam. There'd be a lot of plants. Danny's noticing the Dukes of Hazzard reference. Oh, come on. You know you had a crush on Daisy Duke. You had her. You just had her, Danny. Daisy Duke. What are we looking at? Okay, 9:51. I'm still standing. You know, I'm actually finding it easier to stand and do this than to sit. Now, if I had the picture on me, I wouldn't be able to do that now, would I? No, I would not. I'm even holding the Chromebook. I'm getting antsy. Got to go now, friends. I have fun, JayGee BK. Good job, bye, friends. Bye, Cena G, and thank you for coming. Thanks for participating in the program. JayGee BK program. Yeah, Danny, a Dukes of Hazzard reference is totally acceptable. I used to have a few. That dude Parkin needs to be re-educated. Mercury says. The way you read those comments in here, you make a good life. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Yeah, that's the Dukes of Hazzard too. And you stop tomorrow, there's going to be a stop sign behind the pole, and it runs every stop sign. I mean, the way you read. Thank you, MK. Just give that guy who parked just for being a dipstick. I still see those Daisy Dukes, Jeb Jam Ross says. I'd like to see that. Ruth says, I'm hungry, JayGee. Any food there? I have sausage. I have Italian sausage in the frizz. It's not cooked, but it's in there. And they also have hash browns, because I'm going to make a hash brown casserole, I think, tomorrow. You can do the hash brown casserole from scratch with the potato. I don't do that. I get the frozen hash browns, thaw them out, and make it that way. I don't have all day to peel a potato, rinse it, dry it. And it is just as good, believe me. Ruth has a Twinkie. Take like a 15-point park job. Enos was a hoot, Jeb Jam says. That laugh of Roscoe. Yeah, I remember those old shows. I used to watch that one. That was definitely in the rotation. I think I told people I liked Knight Rider as a kid. You know, there was a show that not a lot of people know about, but when I was a kid, I loved it. It was called The Greatest American Hero. And it was, this guy is like driving out in the middle of the sticks. And I don't know if the spaceship crashed or something, but something crashed on Earth that was alien. He goes over and finds the box. And in the box is a suit that makes him basically like Superman, where you can't shoot him or anything. and he could fly. But he lost the instructions. He lost the instructions on how the suit works, so he had to figure it out for himself. Then he says, let's say that age has not helped Daisy Duke. Well, I don't think we still want to see them on her, but on others it might look good. Yeah, it's just those Daisy Dukes do not look good on JayGee, it's all. Mark King, that's funny. Yeah, and you don't know that, by the way, Mark. I might look real good in those. But we'll never know. Mr. Scott Beres, welcome. Okay, Lang says for plane ticket and my visa. He was a high school teacher. Right, yeah. He was a high school teacher, and he hooked up with the FBI guy, Maxwell. Well, that might be his real name. Deep fried Twinkies. Michael and Haiti says, I remember that show vaguely. Believe It or Not. Yeah, I remember Believe It or Not, too. That was in the rotation. Absolutely. Marking JayGee and Daisy Dukes is a visual I just didn't need. Soak it in, Danny. Soak it in. Me in a Daisy Duke or a Speedo, Danny. Just think about that. How does that make you feel? Yes, Fruit, they sell deep fried Twinkies. They sure do. Come on, let's be honest. Anything deep fried is good. You can give me broccoli if you deep fry it first, okay? You can give me cauliflower if you deep fry it first. Scott says, sorry, was late. Had to find the rattlesnake in the corporate offices. He couldn't fly good and crashed a lot. I would like to get a drone. I would like to get a drone, but like it's not practical for me here. Like I said, you can't have drones over here. I'm too close to the airport. Come on, there hasn't been a ticket in the last 10 minutes. What's going on? People are getting onto it. Well, guys, I'm going to start to wrap it up. It's 9:57. Shooting Star, I hope you're over there doing your thing. Scott, I bought all the land around me today, so you will have to get a drone to drop Dorian or a helicopter. Yeah, that's a smart move, Tom. Buy up all the property around you. That's why Scott Scoot can't move in right next door. Scott says, well, JayGee, you had to mention you in a Speedo. I was going to eat dinner. Yeah, that's right. You're 3 hours behind me, so it would be 7. I'm going to say, how the hell are you eating dinner at 10 o'clock at night? But it's 7 p.m. there. See, we have the beach to ourselves. It's great. No tickets. Boss Hog moved the pole. Oh, I thought that one would have got it. I guess not. Yeah, Boss Hog would have moved the pole. He's that type of guy. He was an ass just for being an ass's sake. Yes, found the rattlesnake. At least it wasn't a small one, so not too bad to get it. Big rattlesnake. My first live will be in a Speedo eating donuts in Boracay, Mercury 3 says. Merc, I got a screenshot of that, and that will follow you around. That will follow you around forever. Alright guys, so it's almost time. I just want to thank everyone. I'm going to miss people. I apologize in advance. Danny, Scott, MK, Mark King, Kevin, Ruth and Tom, Tom and Ruth, Michael and Haiti, Wolfen, Jeb Jam Raw, Tom and Ruth, Ruth and Tom, MK Show, of course, Shooting Star, who we're going to after this, guys. Cena G, She was on for a long time. I appreciate it. Gotta go visit her. Dun, 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 dun. Emily and Son I almost missed. Maureen, Michelle, and Ken Unger for stopping by. Doreen for stopping by. Even with all of this, I'm still gonna miss somebody. Chi Taurus. Thank you, Chi. Serge. Maureen, Michelle, and Ken. Michael and Haiti. Mark King. Okay, guys. Guys, it is 10 p.m. my time. I want to say thank you for coming by. I'm gonna suggest we all go over to Shooting Star channel and go visit with Bruce. We play a fun game on Bruce's live stream. Who's parking in my driveway? Was timed out by Mercury 3. Thank you, Mercury. Wow, I get a troll at the end. But okay, guys, so we're gonna go over to see Shooting Star channel, Bruce. The game we play over at Bruce's channel is we try to get Bruce to laugh. We got to be funny over there. If we're funny over there, then Bruce will laugh, and the world will be right. Okay, guys. I'm tuning out. I'm gonna go see who the curse word is parking in my driveway. But thank you everyone for showing up. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you hopefully at Shooting Star channel. Okay, guys. Good night, Lagaya. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot Lagaya. Thank you, Lagaya. Chi, Kevin. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. I'm gonna go over to Bruce's channel now.